This video is brought to you by nothing other than my terrible upload schedule and, the fact that we've uploaded nothing other than Mario Kart 8. Anyways, we're not going to get into that. Welcome back, everybody. It's a great transition right now. We're going right into gameplay, I guess. It's been a little bit. Yeah, we're back into Mario Kart time. We got some Wave 5 going on here, and I'm excited for it. It's gonna be pretty cool. We're getting flashbanged right now. Okay, there we go. Very nice. I'm excited to check this out. I know nothing really about this wave. I've been busy as the last little while, with different things on Twitch and all of that, as well as just other stuff in life. So I don't really know much outside of like characters and like one track from this. So I'm kind of curious to check that out. All right. Well, I hope you guys have been doing all right. As of the last little bit. I know we don't check in here as regularly. I guess we'll do some 150. But yeah, I hope you're doing all right. Oh my god. It's crazy coming from the original game where a lot of these characters weren't in the base game. Like remembering the original roster of Mario Kart 8 pre any DLC, even stuff that was in the original, what were they called? They weren't like waves or anything, and they weren't booster packs. They were just like DLC packs that had like, Zelda or, stuff like with Link and Animal Crossing stuff like that was added initially. And remembering all the way till then in like 2014, it's kind of crazy to see how many characters are here. Like PD Piranha and the Wiggler and Kamek, which to see Kamek is kind of great. I know that Kamek is technically in Mario Kart Tour, but who's really counting that? Who do we pick today? There's 3 characters, but there's only 2 cups. I'm going to have to choose not to be somebody. And I don't know who. Well, I'm going to start with Kamek. I'm most interested in Kamek. That seems like the best way to go. That looks pretty good. I think, it's probably not the most optimal setup, but it's something. Alright, cups. Which cups are these now? Oh, God. It's crazy the fact that this entire top row is like done now. It's kind of insane. I didn't really think about it, and even then, that wasn't even the last stuff. This was the last cups that we've had as well. I don't know if I commented on that last time of this whole top row being done, but that's made it kind of insane. Actually, it's pretty much everything outside of these last 2 cups. These are our new cups. The Feather Cup. Let's see what we got here. We got Athens Dash from Tour. I know nothing about that, but I'm interested, possibly, or it'll be Daisy Cruiser. Oh, I was not aware of that. I'm fairly happy to see that. Moonview Highway. Oh, I like me some Moonview Highway. It's good for me. Again, my favorite Mario Kart, just of all time, is Mario Kart Wii. It's hard to pick, really. Mario Kart DS and Mario Kart 8, are both great, but I don't know, Mario Kart Wii just holds a special place in my heart. And then also Squeaky's Clean Sprint. That's the only one I actually knew about, was bathroom level. But I guess we got that. Also got Los Angeles Laps. That was one that I know people were like, oh, that one has to be coming. Most tour tracks was kind of expected, but that was one kind of that I heard a lot about initially. Like people were like, oh, that one's going to be in. Sunset Wilds. I actually really like Sunset Wilds. I really like a version of Sunset Wilds in Mario Kart Wii. It's actually it's a really nice version of that. Koopa Cape. Oh, hell yeah. It does look like they've kind of changed the underwater section from that picture. So, that was one of like the cool features of that course. So I'm hoping it's not too different and weird, but yeah, okay, I'm excited for that. And Vancouver Velocity, we get to end in Canada, which is good for me, I guess. All right, well let's get into this and check out some of these courses. As much as I had ample time since the last time we played any sort of Mario Kart to get any other videos out, it just hasn't happened. There's been a lot going on. But I'm hoping to get some out soon. But you know what? I shouldn't say anything, considering that, well, I said that last time. This course actually looks kind of great. Not gonna lie, I really like the gold. It's almost cheesy. And I don't mean like cheesy in terms of like, oh, Athens. I just mean like it looks like cheese almost. Uh-oh. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. With any sort of tour track, it is all over the place. Which is not the worst thing. Oh, it's up there. Okay. Wasn't expecting glider section. Okay, you know what? I know this track's gonna change like 5 times, and it already has, so there you go. I kind of like the layout of this one. It's still got that, like, simplistic nature. Can I go over this? Okay, I can. For a second, I thought it might have been an obstacle. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I'm going up there. Okay. A blooper on a course like this is probably the worst thing to ever happen. But you know what? For like, tour tracks and how those go, this actually looks great. Also, it's great to see Kamek. I gotta imagine that's probably one of the hardest things for this booster course pass. Something that I find hilarious is called a booster course pass at this moment in time. Characters being added to it. But you know what? It's still fine. It's still great. And I only say that because, like, the characters you gotta really be detailed about. Yeah, great to see Kamek. Wow. Like every single time we do one of these videos, it's so overwhelming because I haven't played Mario Kart since the last one. And because of that, it's like, oh, character, course, oh my god, there's so much stuff. You know, I remember when the initial waves, or not waves, but, you know, those initial packs, I mean, I mentioned them earlier, with Zelda and Animal Crossing and F-Zero and all that, on the Wii U version of Mario Kart 8. Obviously, they were included with Deluxe. I remember when those came out, I was so excited about those, because it was like, oh, you never expected that to happen, and now we have the booster course pass, and at this point, I feel like I take it for granted. But in this, like, first track, where everything's kind of chaotic, and everything's, like, there's a lot going on, I feel it a little bit again, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, there's so much stuff. And this is just one wave, like, you know, when everything's said and done, we only have one more wave after this. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, there's like 2 Mario Kart games in one, basically, of courses. I actually like that one, just the layout was pretty simple, the aesthetic is a little more interesting than doing like a, you know, having like, you know, road city track. I know it's, you know, it's Athens technically, but it felt a little bit more whimsical Mario Kart-like than other tracks, so you know what, I like that one pretty well. Anyways, let's get on to next track. What do we have? Oh, Daisy Cruiser. Oh, hell yeah. Ah, look at this. Classic old Daisy Cruiser. I probably should have played Daisy, actually. I can't do the, oops. I can't do, like, the double dash strats. Also, none of those are trickable. A little annoying. Hey, Wiggler. How's it going? I'm definitely going down here. Why would I not? Oh, it's like an underwater section. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I feel like this is scaled a little small, but... Anyways. No, I played Mario Kart 7... like, you know, maybe a month before Mario Kart 8 came out. I was gifted it. You know, my exposure to Wiggler is not that... there's not a lot of it. I was aware of Wiggler in Mario Kart 7 for sure, obviously, but it's one of those things where it still feels weird and alien to me a little bit. I do think Wiggler looks a little better here in Mario Kart 8 than in Mario Kart 7. Mario Kart 7, it was like standing up vertically perfectly every single time. Oh, I missed the mushroom. Oh, there was more mushrooms too. I'm racing terribly in this one. Like, really badly. Oh, hell yeah. That was perfect. Hey, nice. Okay, I got lucky on that one. Alright, for racing, like, feel in that, it's not my thing. I don't know. I didn't actually like that as much. I feel like Daisy Cruiser's a little too small. Almost. I feel like it needs to be, like, a little bit bigger. I've played a number of tracks in Mario Kart Wii that have been remade as custom tracks that have been, like, a little too small or a little too big. And they have this feeling where, like, things are just, like, they jump at you a little too quickly. And I feel like this happens in the track. Obviously, people will eventually get used to it, but just for, like, you know, translating from past experiences playing this course, in past iterations, like, I feel like everything didn't quite feel as at home as I remembered it. So that's kind of the feeling I was getting from that. But it looks great. I'm not going to say it's like perfect. I still feel like, you know, base Mario Kart 8 and like, you know, initial DLC tracks like F-Zero and all that I brought up already still look better. I feel like this wave, again, has been better looking than past waves, so I feel like the visual quality has been getting, you know, more consistent with the base game tracks as we've gone through the waves, which is nice. Either way, really cool to see Daisy Cruiser. I'm a fan. I know a lot of people are like, I'm a big fan of this track, but for me, it's pretty good. But I'm looking forward to Koopa Cape. I'm not gonna lie. You know, we're speaking of track scaling and everything. I always felt like Moonview Highway was too big. Now, I'm gonna imagine the car sequencing is not the same. Does not look like it, because I don't remember there being a bomb that early. But there should be a red car right around here. Yeah, no, it's not the same. It's not the same. All the boost panels seem to be where I remember them, though. Yeah, it's always the second lap where they have that car right around the corner for front runners. That's not even a Moonview Highway thing, that's just a normal thing. But I feel a lot more at home with this. This actually feels great. And now I gotta like make sure I hit all the boost panels properly to get that speed advantage. You can kind of tell I like this course a little bit more based on the mini-map. They do have a few like shortcuts marked on the map. There's a weird Dorito. But I'm not exactly sure what that's supposed to be, but whatever it's supposed to be, I see it. This feels great though on the boost panels. And that's it. Man, I could have gone more laps on that. I feel like the first two tracks, like any tour track is kind of confusing, and that we've established that through the waves as we played them. But with Daisy Cruiser, I wasn't expecting that feeling as much. But this is the first one where I feel like, okay, yeah, that's smooth. That feels like, you know, I know where to go, obviously, because it's already a track that's existed, which is pretty much the way that most of these tracks are. But, you know, again, with tour tracks and, like, you know, new tracks, which I don't know about Squeaky Clean Sprint. I don't know if that one's actually, like, one that's in tour or is planning to be in tour. I don't know how new that one actually is. You know, most of them are things that I'm able to, or really anybody that knows past tracks is able to be like, oh yeah, this is something I know, so I should be able to go through it and, you know my way, which is cool, but a lot of them don't always translate that way, so it's nice when you finally get one that's kind of like that, and this one felt very smooth. This felt great, like the way it looks, can't complain. Alright, the new track, which actually looks great. This definitely feels like it was designed for Mario Kart 8 and not Mario Kart Tour. Do you see the amount of detail here? Wow, now this is the treat track, clearly. I understand why they showed it, like, off so much without showing really anything else. Oh my god, the Mario Kart duck. Okay. Definitely a bit of a mushroom cut there through the soap. Oh, it's slippery here. Okay, good to know. I guess that should have been expected, considering, you know, bathroom and soap. Also, the music is fantastic. Oi, no! I wasn't ready. I'm taking in the sights and the sounds. I'm not ready for these things. This part I feel like I'm in, like, Beetlejuice or something. Look at this. Oh, I see. It's a fan that pushes. I'm just trying to, like, look at all the detail in the background. But this feels great as a course. It's got, like, perfect amount of, and I think this is like the best thing that Mario Kart 8 ever had going for it, is like this perfect balance for a lot of tracks where it's like complicated, but it's like easy to read on sight. And I feel like a lot of the wave tracks have had like a bit of a lack of that, but this one was very well done. Wow, that was a fun track. I like that a lot. There was probably things I missed. Yeah, this is definitely like, it seems it's very obvious that this was the first track that they've made that was like specifically made for Mario Kart 8 in Mario Kart 8. Like, I don't expect this coming to tour, or if it is coming to tour, it's gonna be you know, simplified a lot. And, like, the visual quality, you're going to be able to notice, because, like, a lot of the stuff here is very detailed. Like, this gives me kind of like a ribbon road sort of look, right? And that track, and like a lot of tracks, and actually, I think of Boundary Break, which had a great showcase of a lot of Mario Kart 8 tracks and the out-of-bounds stuff in them. And a lot of the tracks in the base game had a lot of extra detail in the background, and a lot of the, you know, tour tracks and stuff added in the newer waves don't really have a lot of that at all. And it just makes sense, because obviously if they were coming from tour, they're optimized to only have as much as they ever need. And a track like this has like tons of detail, so that makes me think that either they spent a really long time adding detail from, you know, the tour track, if it was a tour track, you know, as a base, or they just made it from the ground up. And I've got to think that this is specifically actually probably the first like new track, like actually new track, for Mario Kart 8 specifically. But anyways, great track, and you know, you don't get too many bathroom levels in Mario Kart, but I guess we got one. Generic cup number, what is this one? Like generic cup number like 7 or something. Alright, I gotta choose between PD Piranha and Wiggler. Here you go, here's best of both worlds. We got Wiggler and PD Piranha now. It's perfect. But yeah, no, PD Piranha is not a character I would have ever expected. God, PD Piranha's head is humongous, Jesus. I feel like I'm playing at a disadvantage just based on head size, wow. Ooh, the music is stylish. Is that a skate park? With vehicles that I'm currently driving? Okay, that turn is very tight. Stadium, here we go, here's the stadium. Holy shit, the PNG! Alright, this course seems long. We're still on... Oh, we are on lap 2. Okay, so it's like a single... It's a straight-through course, then. I wasn't expecting that. Please, please... Oh, I just got the banana at the, like, the last second. If I had that frame-perfect timing, I could have made it happen. Oh, there's things... No, God, that was so... No time. Oh, God, I'm doing awfully. I'm doing terribly. No, God, damn it. Oh, hell yeah, did you see that snipe? I don't know if I'm gonna have room to get this done. Is there a shortcut? There is a shortcut. Yes. Look at this comeback. Holy shit, I did it. Oh my God. Whoa, that was the best comeback we've ever had. I didn't even take in the last little bit of that track because I was like, we gotta get the comeback. We gotta get the first place victory. Either way, that course was also pretty good. It didn't have as much of the confusing factor as other tour tracks. It still had a little bit of it, but I generally felt like I could read it a bit more, ironically considering we have, you know, giant head PD Piranha. But yeah, that was really good. Music made sense. I think it's fine. It's definitely one of the better tour tracks, but I don't think it's one of the best either. I don't know what I would say is the best. Either way, really cool track. I don't really have much to say about it, but yeah, seems fine enough. Other tour track. Yeah. Wow. Oh wow, they got the Shy Guys with the picks and everything. That's sick. I'm curious what the music's gonna sound like, because I always thought the music sounded really kind of dumb. Yeah, no, it's the same. It sounds a little bit more majestic this time around, but yeah, this kind of course is cool. Okay, I had no way of dodging you. It's a lot more vertical than I was expecting it to be. That's good though. You know, I like those kind of improvements, especially to like SNES, in this case GBA, you know, where they both have that sort of like flat course design, because that's just the limitation they have. But yeah, this course feels pretty good actually. I like it. It's simple, but again, you know, sometimes the simpler courses I prefer, because it is one of those, like, you know, simple to what's the saying? Easy to learn, hard to master kind of thing. All right, yeah. This course vibes with me. I like it. Very nice. We got a bit of a lead on that one, but again, that was one that had like just that smooth kind of sailing. I would easily be able to like play this one for, I don't know, like at least like an hour, just doing time trials, trying to get like a little bit of that improvement in there for sure. There's probably, again, like every single course, shortcuts that I didn't see, but either way, really, really cool. Music's a little bit better here. I can tolerate it a little bit more, but I like that for sure. I can always go for a good like GBA SNES track, just converted to a newer style, add a little bit of verticality, and there you go. It just works. It just works. Very nice. Ooh, does seem like it's another small scale track. I can't tell. Maybe it's just because I'm PD Piranha and I'm huge. Okay, my muscle memory was telling me to do that, but I don't like current Mario Kart 8 half pipes. I don't know why I was going through there. We gotta ride the tide. Ride the tide, man. That's the Koopa Cape way. Definitely has a bit of a different look to it, for sure. I don't have any way to block that, so... Oh, the pipe section seems to be the same. Oh, they've opened up the top, though. Alright, I can respect that. There's also no shrink ray, little lightning beams there. Which, you know, probably for the best, actually. Oh, just... These red shell in the same spot, too. What is with these red shells today? No! Stop it. There's too many. Oh, there's a blue shell coming my way. Didn't get a mushroom for that boost. Oh, this is the worst spot for this, too. Actually, it's a great spot for that. That was kind of perfect, but there's another... Why do I get redded here every time? Every lap, I got a red. Go! Oh my god, we got it. Whoa. Oh, that was really fun. I really like that. Okay, I complained about the scaling at the start, but it's fine. Yeah, that was great. Again, another course that felt really good. Like a little different in a few little areas, but you know what? It's almost like construction happened. They've had a few like renovations since I've been here. You can tell from all the borders on the edge of the course. They had to put in safety requirements, you know. But yeah, that felt great. That was awesome. Koopa Cape was in another Mario Kart as well. Was it in Mario Kart 7? It was in one of them. Like past Wii. I guess it would have been Mario Kart 7, right? There wasn't really anything else. Can't complain. You know, there's not much I can really say about that one either. It's, you know, it's what it is. It's what you'd expect it to be. And it's great to see it. But really cool. Just Koopa Cape. It's great to see it. And it was very fun to play. Alright, it's our last track, Vancouver Velocity. I'll let you guys know how accurate it is to Canada. My parents went to Vancouver one time many years ago. Actually, I say my parents. It might have just been my dad. I can't remember. I can't remember if both my parents went there. Either way, I've never been. All I know is that in some parts it's just very snowy out of nowhere, and then it can be immediately like grassy. You know, they have mountains that are like, you know, completely different temperature, which I guess just happens on mountains, but that has to be dependent on the region, right? I don't fully know. I actually like that. This is the first track I've like noticed the music on. Like it's actually like pointed itself out to me, and I'm like kind of vibing to it. The rest of them have been fine, but they've been, you know, what you would expect from the courses. This one's good though. I like it. Very nice. So far I haven't been too confused on this. There is a blue shell imminent though. Added with the lightning we just got. I'm real happy about it too. No, baby Luigi, come back. Thank God for some of the arrows sometimes, I swear. No, I don't have any protection. I'm trying to get items, but I never have items. Baby Luigi is being an MFer. I'm good. I'm good. I did it. I did it. Yes. Oh yeah, is that the first in a little while that we've gotten the The first on every track? I think so. Dang. I was tense right up until then, but it was pretty good. I think I also got used to PD Piranha by the end of that. I think my mind, like, you know how, like, you know, if you wear glasses for a long time, your brain just decides to, like, start ignoring the glasses. It gets used to it. And so it's like, you know, something you don't really think of. I think that's what happened with PD Piranha. Again, another cool track. I think this was one that I saw quite a while ago where somebody had done a custom track of Vancouver Velocity in Mario Kart 8 as well. And it looked pretty good. And I think this looks, you know, pretty similar, honestly. It's not too bad. I think that one had some, like, more dramatic lighting. I think they've kind of toned it a little bit back in this from what the custom track looks like. I think I prefer it this way because it makes it easier to actually, like, you know, see everything. This is like our second wave ending with, like, a tour track, like, tour city track, where, like, it's kind of nice. Really, really like that. Really, really good. And yeah, I got one more cup model to look at, too. Yeah, no, I was trying to think of something clever to say about it, but it's just a generic cup model. All right, well, that is this wave of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC and the Booster Course Pass. Wave 5, pretty good, not too bad. I generally liked it. Can't really, like, complain. I haven't really complained about any of them. I don't know why I really say that. They've all been decent. It's pretty much the only complaint that I've had throughout anything, and I think most people have had it as well. It's just visual quality, at least at, you know, the first couple of waves. At this point, it feels pretty good, and I think they got, like, a good workflow going for tracks that are from Tour going into Mario Kart 8, actually looking like a good translation where it's like, you know, now it feels like all of them are detailed in some way. They don't feel flat and, you know, against the art style of the rest of the courses. In terms of playability, they've generally been good. There's a few courses, again, that have a little bit more of a confusing nature to them, which, I mean, you know, it's not bad to have courses like that every once in a while. You know, that's what you kind of want to have. But at the same time, again, I think that's one of the things that Mario Kart 8 especially excels at, is the fact that it has these tracks that are very easy to sight read and get through, and maybe not see every single shortcut or anything like that, but you're able to, like, get through it without really bumping into too many walls if you generally know what you're doing. But either way, really, really good. I like this a lot, and I hope you guys did as well. Of course, we will do the next and last wave when it comes out. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. There will hopefully be more videos that are not just specifically Mario Kart related. Of course, I'm also live on twitch.tv/riskRED, so you can always catch me there with tons of different stuff. We got Isaac, we've been playing Minecraft, we've been playing Terraria a little bit, Cult of the Lamb we've been playing. But anyways, thank you so much, guys. Take care, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Anyways, take care, guys. Bye.